Okay, hello and welcome back to Dorf Romantik. It's been a while since we've played, so if you're new, bear with me. It's just a really relaxing tile placement game. We've got 47 tiles left in the stack. If we run out, we lose, but we can get more by putting tiles down to meet objectives and by putting tiles down that have all 6 sides that are matching. In this case, we've got a little house with some empty plains. If I put it here, that would be 2 correct sides, and then we just need to fill in all around it. It can get pretty tricky, because at one point you're looking for the exact perfect tile, and that's what makes the game relaxing, is that you kind of just zoom around looking for a place that you feel that something fits good enough. Obviously, if you can find a spot where it fits perfectly, that's ideal. But we don't beat ourselves up too much. We've gotten a lot of perfect placements in this run so far. So we're not really looking to show off anymore. We're happy with what we've accomplished. So I think the next step here is if we can place a tile for at least 3 sides that don't have a conflict, then we do. So there's 3 sides. It gives us a perfect. We got a tile back. We really are waiting to get a 2 city tile for this. It's going to be really nice when that happens. A massive city also needs to be built over here, so when given an opportunity to put down many houses, it seems like a no-brainer to perhaps build this out. We also need to build a massive field, which we could do by connecting it to this field. So that's something we have on the to-do list. If this was just straight across, this would have actually worked really well. No, not quite here. Housing with trees is generally in this area. But, you know, nothing's for certain. There is a house in with some plains here. Honestly, this tile here's been fighting us forever. That I think that we just play this and be done with it and get out of this huge mess here. It's still 4 perfect tiles. Which is a huge payout from all the work that we've done before. So this needs to be exactly 30 fields, this needs to be 47 fields, this needs to be 22, and this needs to be 67 along the way. So I think those are some of the ones that we want to keep in mind, focus on perhaps, and the way to do it will be to keep expanding them out this way. It's really hard to fill in spots once you've left these little trenches behind, so wherever possible we're looking to not do that, but it's not that easy. Also, this needs to get 2 more water features. It shouldn't be that hard. Kind of like capping this off for now. Now we're 1 water away. We have a massive forest that we need to build. We have a lot of trees over here. This is the major forest development area, so let's just go ahead and throw that in, disregarding anything else. This looks very forested, but it's actually plains all around. So for now we can do this. Keep building that out. 4 houses. Again, we're looking for exactly 2 in the future. This is our major house area. We don't have any trees on this tile, unfortunately, because these houses do need to be mixed in with some trees, a little bit here and there at least. So it's not really a great tile for here, but we don't need houses anywhere else. So I guess we'll just take a stab at throwing this in and making sure we have lots of areas that we can expand our housing to in the future. Part of me wants to just seal the deal on this, but that kills too many tiles. Let's not do that. It is 2 houses, though. So that's pretty nice. This tile here is already imperfect. You can see it has a house on one side and not the other. So by disobeying this placement rule, we're not giving up on a perfect. Like, it already is imperfect, so we're not making it imperfect by placing that tile. Putting this here would, of course, give us pretty happy water. There is a way to do it here. that. Getting our tiles back. Lovely. Love. It's just sometimes the feedback of this game gives you a little ding, and you're like, I didn't realize how much I needed that. Forest on one half of the tile and plains on the other. Oh, look at this. Just not quite. Not quite. Don't have rails here either. So I guess we just keep building the forest. It's a forest mission objective anyway, so it does make sense to just put it in an area that's forested where we're looking to expand our trees. In fact, this is a four-sided fit. Hard to say that that's not the correct decision to make here. This works really well. It does hurt one of our tiles, but it works so well for all the other ones that I'm just gonna claim these perfects. It just works sometimes, you know. This could end this rail, but it would just break so much, so many trees and other things. Could also go here. A little bit of water with a tree you'd think would be easy, but it really hasn't come up yet. How much does it do? It's pretty great. It's pretty great. We'll accept that. Rail with some fields on it. This is the only place it really fits into our larger rail network. We could, of course, put it further down the path. But for now, we're just going to have to accept that, I think. There we go. That one's now expanding. The rail and water being a combined feature is something I'm quite afraid of. I've only had one tile like that in the past. But if we get another one, then we'll be fine. More rail turnings. Like, this is actually a little bit devastating because we really don't have good rail locations right now. A lot of dead ends. I guess if we don't have to break perfect tiles, then we may as well put this over here for now. 8 more rails, 6 more rails. We do want to have one massive rail network. It's very incentivized. Right now, this tile does have the required amount of trees, but it unfortunately has too many. It's so hard to get trees that go straight across, I find. And yet I create tile locations that require it. So maybe I'm the bad guy after all. Interesting tile. Interesting tile. I really thought it was going to fit the diverse needs of this one's here, but it's actually a double housing that it needs. Lots of tree connections in here as well. The fact that it sprinkles in a little bit of field is what makes this one interesting. A little bit of house, a little bit of field, like that works. That's a strong contender. A little bit of field, a little bit of tree, a little bit of house. Yeah, I think we just take our strong contender. Anytime we can throw in some field, you know we're looking over here. And look at that. That's a 4-sided fit. Lovely. Again, tree across, but not quite enough. So we go to the tree area. The one tree farm. The ultimate, the omega. I feel bad though. Sometimes there are other locations that could really use, you know, some trees as well. Like this is a triple fit. But like it was this. This is a quadruple fit, but then a break. But then this is a triple fit. You know what? For some reason, I think that we are gonna be happy to have this location a little bit bigger, get that triple set up. People like that. A house and a tree. A house and a tree opposite each other. got lots of tree opportunities. We got a house opportunity. What else? What, like, there's so many things. There's so many. House and field. House and tree side by side. Couple side by side houses here as well. House and tree side by side. House and tree across. I'm willing to accept this. I hate to break this perfect tile, but this area has been giving us a lot of problems for a long time. And sometimes that's enough of a sign that you gotta just move on. No good way of fitting this rail in over here, so let's just keep building off into no man's land. I'm sure there will be a point of interest on the horizon sooner or later. Sometimes we're just looking out into the fog. That's what made us grow so violently out this way, is that we saw the point of interest in the distance, and we're like, okay, there's a tile out there that we can go and find. Major housing district. Really not a perfect spot for it, so let's continue just expanding around this area, and perhaps this way as well. Triple trees in all directions. Triple tree, triple tree. We'll bring ourselves over here to the forest. This is a nice little fit. I mean, we just keep building out solid, keep building out safe. A couple nice water features coming up here. I think this tile doesn't seem to be broken yet. Change that. Why change it? Are you allowed to place a tile? I think. I mean, if we don't have to break things, then let's just not break them, you know? Like if this goes like this, and then this. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that because that makes that one harder. So these go together, and this goes like this, and then everyone's kind of happy. They're not ecstatic, but they're kind of happy. And you guys can keep just chugging along with your weird housing district. Oh, these trees almost perfectly unaligned from what I wanted them to be. Unfortunate. This is a four-sided fit, which gives 3 perfects. Is there a... I'm gonna take it. I love getting the 6 perfect and then ogling over my own brilliance, but that was gonna suffice on that one. You know what? We can build that out. All right, fields. This is the main field project. Field with a little bit of tree. Field with a little bit of tree. That almost fit over here earlier, but then we decided against it. And then I broke this one with that house placement. This doesn't need to be expanded right now, but we certainly could. This is where most of our field tree is happening at. This is a really good fit. I'm gonna just do it. A little water bend. A little bender. A little water bender. I actually don't hate this placement. Oh no, I do. Because it breaks something. I mean, I do kind of like... I don't need to make this place any more complicated. Let's be real. Let's stop that. What are we going to do with these fields? These fields on the water. I don't want to create new water features out here. I don't mind these little lakes that we have, but definitely not like a river. This kind of makes sense to me because this field needs to grow in perpetuity. And then you are almost something we can work with, but you're not. So instead we're just going to build this out. We're breaking some of the perfects, which kind of sucks, but we're also getting some perfects. And on the bright side, this is a little scary because if we can connect it, it might end up being too many in the future. Right now there is enough to go around, combining all of these fields into this one and not going over 17. But it is sketchy. Whoa, this is really good too, eh? It's not perfect on this one, but it was really good. And that's fine. That's fine. A house with some trees. House with some trees. House with some tree, singular, twice on the same side. Three times I've created the same. I've created collections of tiles that need the same tile to occur 3 times. Well, that's not good. I'm realizing. Oopsie. In that case, I will just accept the perfect. House with some tree. They have differing levels of requirements. The house is on the wrong side, unfortunately. That almost fit in there. That almost got us out of that problem immediately. But it did not, and now we're here. House with some tree. Is it possible that this would have been better in here? No. It could have gone in here as well, but I accept this location. This almost... I don't want to say that. This almost doesn't upset me. I don't want to be upset. I want to have a good time. I want to be relaxed. It's a bit of a quandary, though. Alright, we can end a rail into some trees. This is as good as this is going to get, okay? Trust me. This is as good as that one's going to get. Mostly field with some housing. Do you want to keep expanding this, but it doesn't actually fit. Except for a twofer. Is there some housing that needs to be closed off? Honestly, let's do it. Let's try and fill this baby in. This Babadook. Field and tree. We've talked about that a couple times. It's mirrored for what we need there. It doesn't have a gap for what we have here. It's field and tree. We did end up giving up on some tiles earlier. Not sure if those would have been the right tile or not. We've solved some field tree issues over there. Seems like we're going to be creating some new field tree issues. Fine by me. Alright, plains and a little bit of field. That works to close some of this off. Very nice. River with some field. We ended up eating it over here. It's not correctly aligned for this one. It's as good as this area is going to get. So we're going to accept it. Field and tree. I would really like to hurry and connect these locations together, but forcing it seems like not endeavor. When you could, like, you know, choose not to force it. So let's do this here. It's kind of weak, but it creates a lot of field locations for later that we can work with. This, oh, that's so close to working. If it would just mirror. This is really bad. This is really good. Except for where it's not. But honestly, I'll take it. A lot of tree to go with a little field. We have tree field gang over here. That works out quite well. This solves this little train turning problem. I don't know how else we're going to deal with this, but at the same time, we don't have to do anything just yet. Most options for the train. Let's focus on the most options for the train. Field, a little bit of tree. Is this it? No, it's all discombobulated. There's a field that needs to go here, a tree that needs to go there, a house that needs to go there, and a plane that needs to go there. But it's not in the right places. It's a lot of things that we like, though. House and tree side by side. We gotta remember that we're looking for that like 6 times over. Ah, house and field. Slightly just unaligned. A little misalignment here on the tree field gang. Even house. What's going on, man? Who hurt you? Field. House. This is the one I was really hoping for, but it's all messed up. That's not that bad. And I think, did we kill it earlier? Let's just do this, because I can't find a better spot for it. And that at least adds 1 house to our housing area. I know I'm settling. Don't get me wrong. It's not, like, something I love to do. But it's something that you just have to accept sometimes. Let's create some dense woods, field, and some tree side by side. I think we've been over this kind of tile several times now, and we just haven't needed trees and fields side by side in the last little bit. But we did end up creating some weird spots for it around here, so we could do this. Just casual build out. Mostly field. Was this field good there? No, because that would cut that off. No, we don't want that. Don't get me wrong, something like this could also be good. But it looks like this train tile is actually still perfect. So, like, not breaking any of these tiles is pretty top of mind for me. Like, just don't break the tiles, you know? These mirrored pieces. I know if you could mirror the pieces, then you'd have, like, analysis paralysis. Because you'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna try so many permutations. But, like, I wish I could mirror pieces sometimes. Like, just like hitting like the right mouse button or something instead of it rotating. You know, just mirror it, man. Let's do this though. It's fine. Some perfects. Field and tree. We just looked that whole time for some fields to go with some trees. And now, come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, asking. It's a big field. Hard not to give the big field over here. In fact, we have a little bit of tree happening off of this windmill, so let's just accept and build off of it. Housing to go with the river turning. Ah, it's too sharp of a turn. Rats. thought we were going to be good, but we were not. We were deceived. I mean, I don't mind keeping the water potential high in this area. It's kind of interesting to me. These types of stations are actually really, really good with the rail. And the water. Yo, that solves a big doo-doo problem that we've had for way too long. Field. Field and tree on a river. Not bad there. The tree is on the wrong side here. Some things aren't quite right there. This is a really good fit though. Hell yeah. Okay, mostly plains. Yo! See that? We've been working on that. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I don't want to end this little pocket, but I don't see us connecting it anytime soon. Still, we don't have to rush it. It still works there. Actually, this needs to grow. And I've now made it so that it can't grow unless it's in that direction. So let's not cut that one off either. Just do something simple. Just do something simple. And then we could do something simple here as well. In fact, yeah, we could even make the water end. So now there's no water feature for a little bit. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Make this expand a bit. 2 houses side by side. That we've looked for that several times for this spot here. It's missing a lot of other things. We're looking for houses across from each other. This could fit into here in a couple different ways. Almost into there. Just not quite in so many circumstances. Houses side by side. We've been trying to fill this tile forever. I'm gonna do it. 17. Oh, this one isn't even connected through there. Oh man. So it's gonna take even longer to make. 36 tiles exactly. So that's way too many for you. Too many over here. Let's make sure it's not good here. It is not. Okay, well in that case we really do want to have it over here. So do some of that. And go back to the city and drop some thick city tile. Right there. Boom, baby. Keep expanding. Rail with a house works there. Does not work virtually everywhere else because of the water feature on it. So I think that actually is good enough. Alright, many trees. With a little gap. Many fields. So there's a chance that we can make this in. I'm having faith. Me giving up on one tile is only because I have faith in the other tile. Just trust me, bro. Trust me. Where are those houses on the river? Houses on the river. One house, mostly not houses. Good to know. Houses on the river. I mean, they're here. There's many of them. Just do something like this. Keep the rivers alive. Houses in a weird combination. I mean, we could just combine. No, we can't combine those. Lots of stuff you could do over there, but there's no sense building those out just yet. We don't need to. We don't need to. You just keep building this stuff out. And then finally, I mean, this gets you in such a good spot if you just make the connection now. So yeah, in the effort of combining, we're doing it. We're doing it, baby. We're going for gold. All right, mega forest over there. And then once again, we're giving up on a lot of perfects very quickly here in quick succession. But I don't want you to worry. It's for a good reason. We're building ourselves up so that we can actually meet those objectives, which are going to net us even more points, baby, points. It's not really points in this game, but like... There we go. Bam, bam, 5-5. Little water feature. We could throw in a little water feature. A couple different places would accept. I mean, honestly, it's the best water feature we're going to get here. Beaver Lodge! Oh my god, that's amazing. That's so incredible. We unlocked the Beaver Lodge. Honestly, let's call it there. Unlocking the Beaver Lodge? Like, that is... That's so nice. Isn't that nice? Can I see it? Is it in here? Is it out here? Are we going to place it? We got the water wheel and stuff last time. Is that the way the water's flowing? Flowing from the inlands out to the oceans. It's quite the marshland that we have. So many small little nooks and islands and stuff. It's kind of interesting. The Romantik village, they say in German. Dorf Romantik. I just noticed our little boats going down those southern river canals. Very lovely. Lovely stuff. Some mega metropolitan areas. I hope you're having a good time, because I sure am. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.